This week on the podcast we have
iPhone games and cat stuff.
Ant-Man and Dickens stuff.
Metal Gear Solid 5 and Assassin's Creed stuff.
Wonder Woman woes and SOMA stuff.
You can find out about this and a whole lot of other stuff on the official Team DBAH Podcast number 124. Come join us, why don't you? Hello and welcome to the official Team DBAH Podcast number 124. I'm Charlie Danger 82, and with us tonight we have Craig.
Hello.
We have Heather.
Sup?
And from the farthest reaches of the northeastern United States, we have George.
Oh, good to be here, everybody.
Yeah, that's right, man. I'm glad everyone's here tonight. And much like last week's podcast, we're going to start out on a major downer. Because no sooner did we put the podcast up saying how much we miss and, how much David Bowie will be remembered, now we get to do the same thing for Alan Rickman. This is a very depressing time.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only
It's,
good Harry Potter character I like.
Well, my favorite was Sirius Black, but, I had a soft spot for Alan Rickman ever since I saw him in Die Hard. Die Hard
He was
was
cool
the
in
first...
Galaxy Quest.
Yes, he was. And he was awesome in Dogma. And...
I've seen that one.
yeah, see? She's seen that one.
No.
And, yeah. And, of course, it was one of the few impressions that I could do pretty well. So, I'm deeply saddened by this. He was an awesome actor. Also a huge role model, seeing as though his first film role in Die Hard was when he was 43 years old. And...
Really?
yeah.
Ah, interesting.
So, really kind of, for people who are, getting a little older and maybe feel like they're trapped in something, you can always still get your dreams no matter how old you are. And I think that's a really positive, message to never stop trying, because even if it takes you 43 years, you're going to get there. So...
Amen.
very... Go right ahead. I stepped on you. Oh, you said amen to that, didn't you? Okay. So yeah, I mean... It sucked, because he's just awesome, so... As they say on Hollywood Babylon, big bucket of win to Alan Rickman. You will be missed. Well, now that is, now that we've had our time of somberness, now it is time to rejoice, since we're all together. We got George here. George is always, working and stuff, so it's good to have him here tonight.
Hey, it's good to be here, too.
And Heather. Heather has her busy schedule, but I am glad that she has swung by as well.
Hello.
Considering what we've been playing together in the series that just debuted last week, we do a tremendous amount of swinging in that series, seeing as though we have zip lines.
That could be taken a different way.
Completely different way. But, and of course I have my partner in crime with me. I have Craig. Hello, Craig.
Hello.
How's things going tonight?
All right.
Yeah. Good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, apparently, after a couple of the CW DC shows last night, DC decided to just ejaculate their entire film plans all over
Hmm.
the viewers. And a whole lot of stuff came out yesterday. Among them was a brand new Suicide Squad trailer.
Was
Yeah.
this the first trailer for that, or is that a
Second.
second? Oh,
It's
I
the
didn't see
second
first one.
trailer. So, round robin. What did we think? We'll start with George.
I love the music in the background. Very well timed. For once, the marketing is actually on point.
Yes.
But again, I have to kind of nail them on the head with the simple fact that it feels like they're exposing too much of the movie too quick.
Yeah, Kevin Smith on Fat Man and Batman has just been saying if we piece together all of the leaked footage and like little scenes that they've been putting out on the internet, we have assembled an entire movie before the Suicide Squad movie actually comes out.
Well, actually, I've only seen this one trailer, and seeing this
Mhm.
one trailer, it's actually a really good trailer for me
Right.
personally. If this was the only trailer, in theory, because I thought this was
Okay.
their first trailer.
Right, right.
And so looking at it, I don't know what it's about. Apparently, they're deciding to fight someone for some reason, but I don't have that information, which is a good thing because now I want to know that information. But I didn't know
Okay.
about all the other stuff. But like, I honestly probably won't see it. But I actually thought I would hate the trailer. I'm actually kind of more interested than I thought I was. Even though I only know like 2 characters. 3 characters, sorry.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I actually, if this was the only trailer and the only thing they had shown, it was a good trailer. But what you're saying with everything else, it's like, because there are some trailers that you're like, that's the entire movie. I'll see
Yeah.
it now.
Absolutely. Craig, your thoughts?
No, it doesn't look bad. It's
Mhm.
just DC. I don't know. I think they try really hard to keep up with Marvel movies. Doesn't always work. Ever.
No.
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 Their TV shows, have been good. So I don't know if they can bring that success to the movie theater, but we'll find out.
Personally, I think it was a well done trailer. It's visually, it's weird. It's
No one has a mask on with a voice changer.
no one. That'll come in time. But it looks very drab. I mean, the only things that are really colorful are the Joker and Harley, and a couple of the red panelings on, Deadshot's, Will Smith's outfit. Interesting choice of them having his wrist cannons replaced by, I guess, what looked like 2 little guns that pop up on either side that he can operate. I'm still very disappointed in the complete redesign of turning Harley into what she is on the screen.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I can't figure out if they're doing a dumb blonde trope with her or if she's actually going to be Harley Quinn. I've only seen this one trailer, so I can't figure out if they actually did her well or not, because she only talked like twice, but...
Margot Robbie is an amazingly beautiful woman. But I think basically taking half of her clothes off doesn't really bode well for me, considering that from the inception of Harley until like the New 52, with the exception of the Arkham games, which I don't really count, seeing as though they're the video games and not the comics, the only exposed flesh on this woman was her face. And to see that compared to this, I'm like, and
What
plus,
would you think
like,
of the Arkham... What are they called? Arkham series. Harley, because it's kind of close to that one.
I know, and I really didn't like that much either. Harley was kind of near and dear to me because, watching the animated series, I mean, she seemed like, she seemed like the ditz, the dumb blonde, as you say, that would just follow the Joker around and was overly enamored with her. But then when they came out with Mad Love and put so much depth into this character that, even though Joker pushed her out a fucking window, she was still so completely in love with him. And even though she doesn't play, even though it's kind of been, conditioned out of her, she's psychotic in the show, but she's also, she was a psychiatrist before all this happened, so deep down inside there, she's incredibly smart, and she actually captured Batman.
Right, yeah, and she's one of the smartest of the villains.
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely not the smartest, but she's there's something up there. It just it doesn't come out very much, but when it does, it's great. I mean, and plus, the thing was, I mean, I say she captured Batman. I think she just snuck up behind him and hit him with a hammer. I think that's all she did.
Well, no one's tried it before.
Exactly. But she did it, and the Joker didn't, which enraged the Joker. And I think last year or the year before that in the New 52, another reason why I can't stand DC and their redesign is they basically made her, in canon, kill hundreds of children. She was never like that before. Yeah, she was a little off, but she wasn't a homicidal maniac. And I think they're playing up that aspect as opposed to what the character was.
Yeah, they're trying to make her a...
There was something off when I was watching it. Sorry, Greg.
Oh, no, sorry. I was going to say, I feel like they're trying to make her a female Joker.
Yeah. Where she wasn't. And that's a big problem I have with it. Interesting that it's like, I think that with the tonal shift from the first trailer to the second trailer, they're all doing Avengers funny lines, quote unquote, in this trailer. Whereas in the first trailer, it was a dire road through torture and, darkness. Whereas this had those moments, but it was also peppered with, levity, which was something that I think DC realized with where they put out all of the Batman Superman trailers so far and said, oh shit, nobody likes these. We're doing the Marvel thing. We're putting more than one hero in one movie. Hell, we're putting 17 of them, and nobody likes this. What are we doing wrong?
Except for no one knows who the damn people are.
hey, hey, in that trailer, Robert Downey Jr. makes it funny. Why don't we make one of our people make it funny? That would be cool. And then they cut this one. So overall, I think that the movie just looks pretty drab. Like Heather, I probably am not going to be seeing it, but it was
I'll probably see it when it's on Netflix or something.
Yeah, it was a big step above the last trailer that they showed.
They're trying really hard. But the thing is, me not knowing anything about this particular storyline, and I have no idea. So basically what I got from this trailer was that they get this team of bad guy villains types, if you will, together to help do something that's a suicide mission, apparently. I figure they'll go through to why they're helping them in the first place, but it's gotta be a hard movie because you're gonna have to, entire time, you're gonna have to keep the motivation of why they're there still. Yeah. Because they could get bored and leave at any time.
Well, here's the thing. In the Suicide Squad comic book, at least the original one, back in the 80s, they assembled all of these, villains together, and their incentive to not leave was they had these bracelets with what's it called? Explosives in them. And if they wandered too far away from proximity with each other or from the mission parameters, it detonated.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So that was their incentive, considering a lot of these villains were using their hands for things, like shooting or throwing boomerangs.
I know, I'm just thinking, I'm
or,
like, but still, if they did that, in theory, shit happens during missions. They're gonna explode at some point because they just got stuck in an elevator or something.
Mhm.
That's a bad example, but
That
you know
would
what I mean.
that really would suck. Would suck even more if they were all stuck in the same elevator and then just blew up all at the same time.
You're not at the mission point. It's like when
It'd be
you
called
have to do a
suicide
certain
pieces.
you have to do a certain amount of things in a certain amount of time, but they don't give you enough time, so they're just murdering them.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like just murder them.
Yeah, I mean, was I thrilled with it? No, but am I thrilled with a lot of the superhero movies? Not quite. So I'm not the best person to ask about this. However, another thing that they showed, on the live action front, was they showed footage from the Wonder Woman movie, which apparently they're shooting right now, and I think that if Captain America didn't come out before this, people would be totally okay with it, but it just looked like a gender swapped Captain America with Chris Pine playing the Steve Travis character, playing the Peggy Carter character, and Wonder Woman playing Captain America, because it takes place in World War II era. It's her origin story, and yes, she was created in the 40s, and yes, that's what a lot of it did. However, that's it's been done relatively recently, so I think people are still thinking of that, and I know people are going to draw comparisons between this red, white, and blue character and the other red, white, and blue character fighting in World War II.
I thought it was World War One. No,
I think it
it's
was World War II.
Everything's World War II, Craig. No one cares about
Because
World War I.
she looked like she was beating up on some Nazis in the footage.
well, they were in World War One. Well, not
They were?
Nazis, but Germans
Well,
were.
No, Nazis were in World War One.
there were no spikes on the helmet.
What color were the
I mean, we
Never
had
mind,
enough
I
time to
forgot.
examine it because the combat's done in shitty slow motion again.
Mhm.
Better known as Zack Snyder vision. So, I'm gonna have to rewatch the footage, but I could have sworn that it was in the World War II era.
I
no.
watched some TV
World War
spot thing.
World
I
War
don't
One,
know.
really?
Couldn't figure out what I was supposed to be watching because I was trying to find a trailer or whatever the heck I was looking for. I found some CW TV spot. I don't know if that was supposed to watch.
Yeah, that was it.
But well, this one lady had this really weird comment. She's like, "I really like Wonder Woman because she's caring, and just I forgot what it was caring and just loves Earth or something like that." And she goes, "But that doesn't take away from her being badass and all that." And so I'm like, "I didn't know those were mutually exclusive." It's like, what does that mean?
She was
Well,
trying to draw the comparison that she's basically the focal point of what the feminist movement should be, where a person can be both loving but powerful enough to not be abused. Have the ability to show mercy and still be able to crush a threat if it comes to that point. A perfect balance between the two.
Yeah, but she said it doesn't take away from that, which I don't know would take away from it in the first place, but I guess it kind of does. I don't know.
It
I
just comes down
understand
to the fact that in a lot of cinema, whenever a strong female protagonist is being shown, the minute that she shows kindness, for the most part, it doesn't come across as being badass, as opposed to it being a stereotypical thing expected of a woman in cinema. That's where I think that's what it's drawing a conclusion to. And this is supposed to be a dynamic shift for her as a feminist symbol being portrayed in the correct light instead of being all warrior or trying to be feminist, disguising the fact that she's just kind of out of place with what a woman is perceived in her time frame. It's just a very weird... This is probably why she was never really portrayed correctly throughout so many years of comic books and TV shows and even attempts at making a film. So she's going to be a difficult character, if only for the fact that many people have her as kind of a controversial character to pull together, which is just a really weird thing in our society right now.
Well, it doesn't really matter what anyone does, really, because if someone's going to bitch about everything, so that's also a thing in our society now.
That was really awesomely accurate there, George. I like that.
Thank you.
And yes, well, I also stand corrected from Craig. So it takes place in World War One. Interesting. Huh.
Yeah,
Things
apparently
never take place in World War One.
She goes undercover in World War One, and then the movie shifts to now time.
Interesting. Would be even more if she got frozen in an iceberg and then got thawed out in modern times. Sorry.
Just like Captain Caveman.
Just like him. You know, he had a bird that came out of his club.
He did. Mm-hmm.
And he had a son.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Detailed in Captain Caveman and Son cartoon. He was, I used to like Captain Caveman. For those of you who don't know who Captain Caveman is, it was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and it was just a dude, like, covered head to toe with hair, and you just saw eyes and a nose and a mouth.
Sounds familiar.
He had a cape that was like a leopard skin, and had a giant club, and he'd just yell out Captain Caveman, fly through the air and stuff like that. It was a super-powered caveman dude. And,
yeah, with the Teen Angels.
With the Teen Angels, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That was... the 80s were odd times.
Do you know who was his voice?
Who?
Schneider.
Stop it!
Yep.
Oh, fuck, he just died a couple weeks ago, too.
He did too. It's a bad time to be an actor or anyone famous, like in the past 3 weeks.
Please, if you're an actor out there and you're listening, please go see the doctor. just make sure everything's okay. Sorry.
But going back to the whole Wonder Woman frozen in ice thing, I really hope they don't go that angle. I really hope they just make her older than a normal human.
Older than
she can
dirt.
just live longer, can't she?
Oh, yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, because that goes back to the fact that Wonder Woman is a supernatural character, which a lot of people tend to gloss over because she was created by the Greek goddess. I don't remember if it was Hera or if it was Athena who did it.
Probably Athena.
It was actually Hippolyta, the queen of the Amazons. She prayed and prayed for a daughter, and then she made one out of clay and mud, and then I think it was Hera. Hera blessed,
took pity,
the clay, and it became a woman. That's why she never ages. That's why she's, super strong and everything. She's not technically human.
Who made her invisible jet?
People who really wanted to fuck with Aquaman. Shout out to Robot Chicken DC Special. Also, and this is another side effect of Snyder Vision. I heard there was a theory, and I hope it's not true. I hope they're going to go into just the whole, even if she was just born special in ancient Greece, whatever. But Zack Snyder had this great idea for her that she was actually Kryptonian.
Oh God,
the
no.
Kryptonians lived here many, many years ago, and I guess somebody got left behind, and she's actually has Kryptonian blood in her. That's why she's super damage resistant, extremely sturdy. You know?
If that's true, I will swear off of all DC films from then on.
I already
No.
swore off Batman
Dear
v
Lord.
Superman, so it's.
Let me tell you something
Blah.
that I think would be really, because Batman versus Superman, things have shit goes down in the end that has nothing to do with people, with the actual fight.
Okay.
Well, because I assume, because it's not all about Batman and Superman fighting each other.
Right.
But I think it'd be fantastic, and only because I like having surprises in movies, like because
Mhm.
we can't have those anymore because the trailers tell you everything. Anyway,
Right. Like you say.
it'd be kind of cool if like that's basically all they marketed it as was Batman versus Superman, and when people go see it, they realize there's like more to it than that, you know.
Well,
Instead of just, like,
unfortunately,
Fighting each other.
you're very right. There is more than that because it seems like every other week they're also announcing new people who are going to be in the movie.
Right.
They mentioned that Jason Momoa was on set. Who plays Aquaman. They mentioned that the Flash can be seen in the movie. They're mentioning all these things, and it's like, can you? There's no such thing as surprises anymore, is there?
Right.
I guess there's not. So.
Like, have you seen Ant-Man?
No.
It's actually pretty good.
No, I don't.
Can I spoil something that's not actually that spoilery, but it's a surprise in a way?
Go right ahead.
I did not know Falcon was gonna be in that movie. It was a
No?
cameo, but I had no idea. Because once I know that I'm gonna see a movie, I stop looking at shit because people start telling you things.
Right.
And so I got super excited when all of a sudden Falcon showed up. I'm like, he's so cute, and I got excited. Also, I really like Falcon.
Conversely, little known fact, about 2 weeks before the movie came out, another trailer was being shown that had Falcon in it, so I
Damn
knew
it.
that Falcon was going to be in it.
I had no idea.
So, yeah. They always find a way to ruin things.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's true.
Lego. I don't even know. No, I'm not going to say that because Lego spoiled a scene from Captain America: Civil War. The Lego toys.
They did?
Without? Oh yeah, they did. See, fuck it. If anybody doesn't want to hear this, skip about I'd say a minute or so ahead. But spoiler territory for Captain
Wait, is
America:
it in the
Civil War.
comics?
Yeah,
Okay, then I'm fine. Just want to make sure.
Yeah. it is in the comics. You see, essentially what they showed was a Lego playset with the regular minifigures and a giant Ant-Man. Now, if you know anything about Hank Pym, the Ant-Man
That
lore,
makes me excited in a weird way.
he can shift. So he can go super big or super small. And it looks like they're making Paul Rudd super big.
Just like Apache Chief.
Just like Apache Chief. But he doesn't have to
Enoch
say
Chuck.
Enoch Chuck. Exactly.
Actually, did anyone else see Ant-Man? Because I actually really liked that movie. I feel like I'm the only one who's
TK saw it. She said she liked it.
I said it was actually a really good movie. It was one of the better movies of Marvel.
I have this thing where I just don't go to see movies anymore.
I figure, but I mean,
I
it's out on
saw
DVD
Star
now.
Wars. I'm definitely, but however, as much shit as I give superhero movies, I'm going to go see Deadpool
Hell yeah.
because
Well,
that
he's
looks
not
amazing.
technically a superhero, so
Very true.
He's just a
But that-
wacky and crazy guy.
He really is. He enjoys chimichangas and swearing and shooting things,
my kind of
cutting
guy.
things, and just. I mean, the other trailer, all the trailers that have come out so far for that movie have been golden.
Yeah.
Haven't
It's
watched
like with
any of
each
them.
one that comes out, it's like you want to see it more. And they don't give a ton
Yeah.
of the stuff away. They give away one scene in the movie. All the trailers are revolving around one scene and the origin. That's it.
In my defense, that guy was here before I got here.
And he's so perfect, and they're letting him be him. And I think that it's going to be really good, really funny, and I really do want to see it.
Remember when everyone freaked out when Ryan Reynolds was cast as Deadpool?
Yeah. And then they saw X-Men Origins.
Right. It's just one of those things where like people are like, he can't do that, blah blah. I'm like, well, I mean, it's like that's why I'm kind of like that way with Gambit. I'm like, see what he does first, and then I'll judge. Sure,
You know,
fine.
I like
Fox.
Channing Tatum. You know, I like Channing Tatum as an actor, and I'm interested to see what he's going to do, the choices he's going to make, and I loved Days of Future Past. I thought that was really good. However, everything I have seen for Apocalypse makes me so not want to see that movie. It really does look like a bad episode of Power Rangers.
Or a really, really good feature-length movie of the Blue Man Group.
Or yeah. I mean, I like Oscar Isaac as an actor, but I don't know how he's going to pull off Apocalypse. Maybe he's going to shoot a bunch of one-liners like Poe Dameron did, but you know. But speaking of Poe Dameron, kids, I am so sorry to tell you, Star Wars 8. No. Yes, 8 has been pushed back to December 15th, 2017.
Yay!
Oh no, how will we survive?
Well, you can survive by December of 2016 seeing Rogue One, which is the next technical Star Wars spin-off movie. And so you're going to have, like, do you think that they pushed it back to coincide with the December release that they had for Force Awakens?
Maybe, and since it's Disney, they realize they probably shouldn't have two movies come out on the same month, on the same weekend.
Right. That would suck.
Pirates of the Caribbean comes out in May.
Oh, really?
I'm actually really excited for that.
End of May, so that could have something to do with it.
Probably only one, but I'm actually excited that they're making another Pirates of the Caribbean.
I saw the first Pirates movie 6 times in the movie theater.
Really?
They're just fun movies.
Huh.
I just like the soundtrack, to be honest. My girlfriend was so diehard for Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow.
And he likes rum. So.
I can't blame him.
I personally just really like rum as well.
I must also say, when I used to have a drink or two once in a while, often, I used to enjoy rum as well. So.
Would you always ask why it's gone?
Oh, I knew why I was gone. I was well aware. Well aware. But so what did they say what the premise was? Yeah, or
for
the new Pirates movie?
No, I haven't heard what it's about.
I'm not looking stuff up because I don't want to know.
Okay.
Until I go see it.
I'm just going to speculate.
I just don't look movies up until I see them.
El Dorado.
Oh.
That's the only thing I can think of right off the top of my head that could interest pirates to go somewhere within the subtropics in the Caribbean-esque area. So the only thing I can think of that they haven't already looked into, from the Fountain of Youth to the Black Pearl or not the Black Pearl, the Black Pearl, yeah.
Oh. Yep.
And Davy Jones, yeah. That's all I can think of.
It's a prequel to Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Interesting.
Maybe.
Don't let Naughty Dog know.
Yeah, they'll probably sue somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It's called
That's
Dead
Disney
Men Tell
money.
No Tales, so who the hell knows what that means?
Disney money. Disney money.
Yeah. Maybe, or it could be. It could
Sweet,
be
delicious Disney money. Okay. Well, didn't they do the Fountain of Youth in the last one?
They did.
Yeah.
That's the one with Penelope Cruz, right?
And
Yes.
Ian McShane.
Hmm.
Bet he didn't say his catchphrase from Deadwood in a Disney movie, though. No, sir.
Except the thing that was funny about that movie was that they don't actually well, it's kind of a spoiler for a very long ago movie, but they have to get the Black Pearl back still. It doesn't exist in that movie. It's in a
Really?
bottle. It's really kind of cool.
Huh.
Put like actual ships in bottles. It's fancy. And Blackbeard kept them.
Like you put like real ships in bottles?
Mhm.
Damn.
Must have
I
been
just
giant
squeezed it in there.
bottles.
Right? I mean, the logistics of it are mind-boggling.
He's just really, really good with tweezers.
How do you put that ship in the bottle?
One splinter at a
Like-
time.
Like, no, I'm not talking about like actual like movie magic. Like ships in a bottle. How does that work?
Tweezers.
Tweezers and magnifying
He
glass.
wasn't kidding.
What?
And a lot of patience.
Yeah, you basically get the parts one by one into the bottle, and you use tweezers to kind of snap them into place. And you just have different lengths of tweezers, and yeah, it's extremely extensive. And I think there's even one kit that I've seen that there's a part where you actually have to pull where it gets tense on some of the other splinters, and it actually raises the sails up so that way it stays upright. So it's all purposely designed to come together, just using the most minimal amount of interaction from, well, manual interaction.
Wow. I did that. That
just
blows
blowing
my
Grandpa
really
was
top
into
of
a
my
lot of weird things.
Hot damn. Wow. Sounds like an awful lot of work.
I just like no. You're like actually, how do they do it?
Hot damn. Wow.
Yep.
Wowzers. Sheesh.
Actually know a guy who actually carves famous people's faces into toothpicks that you can only see through magnifying glass. So, I mean, there's hobbies for everyone.
I guess so. You know what? I mean, if it makes you happy and you're not hurting anybody, go for it. You know? That's a good. Wow.
Speaking of hobbies,
Yes.
one of my hobbies is video editing. I've been trying to edit a certain Let's Play for a very long time. That might come out eventually.
Oh, yeah? Which one is that?
Yeah. Black Flag.
Oh. Oh, you mean that Let's Play that we did so much of, and because Microsoft hates me, it didn't capture any of my footage from that night? That one?
Yeah. It's
Huh.
okay because I can actually use footage right now anyway, so it's fine.
Nice.
Because since I'm working on a laptop, and laptops aren't actually the ideal things to be editing things on, you know.
Absolutely not.
It kept telling me error, out of memory. I was like, all right, okay, I'll use my external hard drive. It'll be fine. Then it just goes general error. That's all it told me. I was like, thank you. It's generally
been-
erroring. We don't know why.
I've been
Like,
told that
awesome.
memory is the key.
So then I actually finally got it to work, and then me being me did not export the right videos.
Oh no.
Wow.
So now we're gonna try again, and it's gonna take about 2 days to get everything to render and export, and hopefully it'll work.
Well,
Yeah. Look what I
you
do
know
for
what?
not money. Imagine what I'd do if you pay me. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Future employers, maybe.
look, I don't want.
Not.
I don't
not
want
you.
to encourage that kind of. I don't want to encourage that kind of behavior because you do a lot of my editing. So
Yeah, but yours is. Only the blurring broke my computer. The rest of it was fine.
all right. Well, make sure dud hookers are not from now on. If there's boobies, we'll just throw a Jamie head on there. If they happen to be dead, we'll put like X's over their eyes and.
Well, we
You know,
could have
Or
did
at
a
least
black
have him
box.
wink.
Black box would
because
work better.
Oh yeah, that would have worked better. Why didn't you put a
But
black
now
box
we know.
over it?
It's a learning process.
You can put a black box that says solemn boobies over it.
Yep.
I like that.
Sadness boobies.
But by the way, I was editing together one of the Assassin's Creed's the syndicates, and I normally just start like each scene where it splits between Heather and I. I normally like start it right, like there's a bell tower that goes, Big Ben goes off at the start of every mission as like a load screen, and I normally time it to that, but I actually put it back because Heather was goofing around at the start of the video,
Typical.
and
Oh
it's
no.
brilliantly hilarious, so I kept it in. And
I don't know what I did.
oh, you'll find out in episode 4.
Good.
But it's priceless. Although my favorite editing job I think I ever did on a video had to be Assassin's Creed Syndicate Part 1. Because that just came together magically.
So so far my favorite episode is the one I just recorded with the Dickens stuff because not to spoil anything, but I think scared the shit out of me and I was unprepared. So there's just a lot of yelling that happens.
Now for those listening, she didn't say with the dick and stuff. You're working for Charles Dickens. So it's the Dickens
Talking's
stuff.
hard.
Not the dick and stuff. So
Oh, you get to run around with turkey boys?
Well, you are in England. Oh man, I wonder if it's gonna end with a Christmas Carol. No idea. It's also good because if you're handling the Dickens stuff, the wow, that
Charlie's realized what he said.
That's even worse. Wow, I'm sorry. If you're handling the missions for Charles Dickens, then it's cool because I'll start doing the Deadly Crimes, which are PS4 exclusives. So
there you go.
So if you're looking for a lot of plot in or continuous like narrative in the Assassin's Creed playthrough, newsflash for you kids, it's just a lot of side missions with Heather and I just having fun. So if you don't like it, you can watch any of the great number of videos we have up on youtube.com/Team DBAH. Ding! That ding was with my teeth. I smiled and never mind. How are you liking it so far, though?
I actually like it a lot. I think it's fun. The narrative's good. I just did try to spoil again. I just did the mission where you go into the asylum and had so much fun with that mission.
I gotta do that. Does the syrup lead
That's
to
the
the
end of
asylum?
That's the end of that's the end of sequence 4, just FYI. So if you wanted me to record any of the things that came after that, I did not, because I was just playing it to open up more things. FYI.
You know what? It's weird too. The only thing I don't like about it is either I got really good or the missions got really easy, because Heather will give me 10 minutes of footage for her mission, and then she'll give me another 10 minutes, and I'm splicing them all together, and I'm like, okay, I'll put a Jacob part here, and the parts with me are only like 4 minutes long.
It's okay, you're most of the game.
Well, yeah, because I realize that too. It's like, so a lot of Heather's playthrough is going to be showcased heavily because I'm going to have to do a lot of this stuff solo. So I guess, yeah. So there's that. And I think that's so shitty too, because I think it should have been a 50-50 split with both of them.
I'm okay with it.
But you got the DLC too, right?
I do. I got the Jack the Ripper DLC, so I'll probably play that at some point.
That would be a good video series to put up.
We'll have to wait till I finish the game first.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's a weird thing, but I love the collectibles in that game because some days I don't really want to I want to play Assassin's Creed, but I don't want to record. So I'll just sit there and put a YouTube video on and just sit there and go around and collect shit. And it's the funnest thing in the world for me.
Nice.
As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yes. I liberated the Thames last time I played. But I needed to stop playing Bloodborne. Because if I didn't stop playing Bloodborne, I'd still be playing Bloodborne.
You have a problem.
Because I know. So to try and stop playing Bloodborne, I started playing a game that is the polar opposite of Bloodborne whatsoever. I started playing Metal Gear Solid 5. The Phantom Pain.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know why I heard the Phantom Menace. I'm like, that's not that.
It really isn't. But yeah, I see where you're going with it.
Next thing you know,
I got the
Cyborg
dog.
Ninja comes out with double-sided blades coming at you.
Oh, good lord!
You got D-Dog.
I got D-Dog. And I got D-Horse.
Nice. Don't forget to upgrade their armor.
Oh, I already got the assault armor on D-Horse.
Nice.
And,
D-Dog's armor, he gets a knife.
the dog fucking stabs people.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
it's kind of
God.
fun to watch.
I'm gonna. Believe you me, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna. Can't stop me.
I'm gonna be sending that
I'm gonna
dog out to
watch
knife
him.
so many people, it's not even funny. Because I realized tonight, I'm like, you know what? Sneaking is not my forte. Because I had to liberate a POW, and about the third time trying to just take out one outpost, I'm like, yep! Sniper rifles coming out, everybody's dying. And,
that happens to me. Like the bigger bases, like I try to sneak in, and then if I die, I give myself like 3 chances.
right.
And if on the third chance, if third time, something bad happens, then I use the helicopter and artillery. And, yeah.
Well, I get into so many scuffles when I'm out there. It took most of my GDP, but yeah, I built an LMG for myself. So yeah, it's
Well,
gonna be
you-
sniper LMG combination, and I think I'm gonna be happy because I'm gonna break out into a fight anyway. Why not have some heavy ordnance with me?
That's true. It's true.
All in all, the missions were very easy at the beginning, and then there's this really, just like, I'd say 90-degree turn where shit gets impossible. Especially around the honeybee mission.
Oh yes.
Everyone died. Everyone
dear.
died.
Oh my.
Spoiler.
Oh my.
No, it's not necessarily a spoiler. It's just that,
Kidding.
like, I couldn't get past the outpost, so everything just, it's all.
So what you're
It's all
telling me
gone.
is you turned into Anakin and killed everything. That's what you're saying.
And not just the men, the women, and the children, like animals. Eh.
What the hell?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
is so hot. So, that was a deleted scene from Star Wars 2: The Phantom Menace.
So I feel like I would
No,
understand
no.
what's happening if I
Clone War. So,
That's
Hayden
cartoon.
Christensen. No. Hayden Christensen is a horrible, horrible actor. And he played Anakin Skywalker in the movies. Well, there's a scene, and this is a spoiler to only Heather, because everyone else has seen all the Star Wars movies. See, apparently
You
on
don't know that.
Tatooine, sand people, who are known as Tusken Raiders, they kill Anakin's mother. And then Anakin goes back to the camp where the Sand People are and kills every single last one of them. And he goes back and he's like soliloquizing near or brooding near a land speeder, and Natalie Portman comes down there and he tells her how he killed them, all of them, and not just the men, but the women and the children. Like, I killed them like animals. And for some strange reason, Natalie Portman thinks this is the hottest shit on earth, and is just like, I want to have your babies, Anakin. Put your Darth Vader in me.
My God.
Broke him.
She said, I bet you give great helmet. And it became like, it was a meme before memes were popular. And and that's the story of how Anakin killed a bunch of Sand People. The end. I did a curtsy.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Pixar didn't happen.
George,
Hmm?
what have you been playing, guy?
I haven't been playing too much,
Mm-hmm.
but I am happy to say that I'm getting some progress done in SOMA. Very,
Excellent.
very well done. For
Good.
me. I'm so happy.
I'm happy too.
Yep.
Are you
So happy
enjoying
you can say
yourself
words.
finally, or?
Well, let's say
And
this.
I know it was a little iffy. I know it was a little iffy for you.
Yeah, because horror games are not my speed. They still are
Right.
not my speed. But
Mhm.
SOMA has gotten me to really question the motivation of the character a hell of a lot more than I normally would have. So, I have to say, it's definitely a game worth enjoying. And the only
It
other
was made
thing
by the
I've...
same people. Oops, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. No,
It was made
go
by
on.
the same people who did Amnesia: Dark Descent, right?
Yes, only with
I'm pretty
less
sure,
pig squealing this time.
Right.
Oh my.
It's like word
But more
season.
sticking your fist in wall vaginas to heal up.
Boy.
I mean, I'm just waiting for the point where it goes elbows deep.
Hey, look,
but
Scotch.
Here's some of that, won't you, Craig?
it doesn't
Can
help
you do
that he
that thing where he
grunts when he
passes around in a
pulls
circle?
out.
Right? I mean, elbow deep inside the borderline. This may hurt a little, but it's something you'll get used to. Relax, sit around, and take my hand.
Is
That
that
was
from
from
that band
Tool.
you told me to listen to? Oh, that was a Tool?
No. That was not from Steel Panther. That was from Tool. Kids, if
The
you're over
opera was
18,
Steel Panther.
give Steel Panther a listen to. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, aside from that, it looks like an odd mix of like Amnesia and BioShock, and I really dig the aesthetic.
And it's a really fun game. I have to give it a lot of props. And to be perfectly honest, I kind of look at my Game of the Year selection with a little disdain now, not including it, because
Mhm.
I've taken so long to actually get around to it. It probably would have replaced at least a couple of the games on the list. But I won't say which ones. That's a topic for some other day. I'd say go buy it, show support for it, and yeah. And the only other thing I'm looking into right now is playing Undertale as well. I just downloaded that on Steam, so eventually I'll be getting into that.
Very cool. A lot of people are into that game. It seems like everybody is playing it. If I look at like everything from Steam Train or like Grumcade to Continue, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, everybody, like the top names are all playing this game.
Markiplier hasn't played it.
Pretty sure Markiplier started playing it.
bet you.
Okay. Hold on. YouTube.com. Hold on. That's
Well,
Craig.
in the mean,
What are you playing? Oh, I'm sorry, George. Did you have something to?
no, I was just going to say that as long as I don't have the ability to fight back in a game, like in Soma's case, they usually don't turn out very well reviewed in my view. But this is the first exception to the rule. Just going to point that out.
Okay. I gotcha. Craig,
Mm-hmm.
what are you playing as of late?
As of late, I am still. Last thing I played was still Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got into the second, like the other area of it, so I've left Afghanistan and now I'm in Africa.
Oh. Well then.
That's funny.
Is it Africa? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Well,
Geography be damned.
so did you spread the reins down there?
I did.
Good.
I did.
Good. That's good. I'm glad you did that.
And then since I got a new phone, I've been playing stuff on my phone. So,
What have you been playing?
Lifeline, playing that. That's a little.
Oh.
Actually, we can try playing that on the podcast. Next time Jake's around, because it's a story game.
Nice.
Wink, wink, hint, hint. Nod, nod.
I've been playing Star Wars Heroes and Freeblade, mostly.
Now, what is this Freeblade you speak of?
Freeblade is a Warhammer 40k game that basically you're resurrected and you become a giant mech, and you have to go around killing orcs for the most part. And then you can like customize it and have custom paint jobs and such.
Okay, so it's...
And it's free to play. I mean, you can pay to, for stuff in the game, but it's a free game.
I need to play this then. If it's that sounds
also,
like a perfect game.
And also, someone I work with at my other job told me about this Neko Atsume game. Basically, you collect cats and give them toys. I admit it. I use it a lot and check on because the cats, like, you leave out different toys and they like bring you stuff and you have to take pictures of them. Yeah.
You're one of those.
I admit it. That's right.
What is this called?
It's Neko space ATSUME. Just so you know, it's right next to my Lorecraft Go game, Hearthstone, and my Metal Gear companion app right on my phone.
So you buy things for cats?
Yes, in the game. Now I don't use real money.
Technically, you do because you have a cat at home.
I do.
And
they get the real money, but not these
right.
guys.
We should throw it on the ground. Take the money.
There are awful lot of microtransactions for this live cat. But,
there really are. And they were both free. It's weird.
So weird.
Also, on my Success Plus, pinball games look really cool.
Really?
Yes.
It's because you have big screen.
Yes, the Zen Pinball just came out with their new Star Wars table.
Oh. Which and is it like all the Star Wars or just certain movies?
They have all of them, but their Force Awakens table just came out.
Ah. Does it have Kylo Ren doing undercover boss work?
No, not undercover boss work. That was one of the best Saturday Night Live skits in probably a decade.
That's probably one of the. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Saturday Night Live, but that shit was funny. For those of you who haven't seen it,
have you seen Kylo Ren's lightsaber?
Yeah.
I got it right here. Let me show you.
Looks like a child.
It's poorly made.
Boy, I don't have to look at it anymore. Guys, I have a bombshell for you. So, in the classic manner of the show Undercover Boss, they had Kylo Ren going undercover on the First Order ship, and it's hilarity ensues. Highly recommended. It's
The stormtrooper kicks his wrench.
Hey, Matt, you kicked my wrench. Jerk face. It's interesting that that's his real voice too. There's no modulator or anything on that.
No. Did you see that online? Someone found a cat that looks like Adam Driver.
Oh, really? Wow. I need to see this cat. Wow. I'm trying to even think of a feline version of Adam Driver, and I'm just not. That's something.
Oh my god, it does.
Really? God, I gotta look for it. Oh man, now I gotta let maybe that'll be the image for this podcast all the way through when you see it on YouTube, if you're good.
And actually, because that went viral, the cat got adopted.
See, that's cool. I'm not even a cat person, and I think that's awesome. I'm going to become a dog person.
Would you name the cat Adam or Kylo?
I'll probably name it Kylo. Yeah. Oh god. Okay. Oh wait, fuck, dead air. Just everybody's looking up Kylo Ren cats.
What just happened?
Fuck. All right.
I didn't know where to go.
Skype broke.
Yeah.
I know. Like everyone stopped talking. I was like, should I just start yelling obscenities? I don't know what she's doing.
Oh fuck! Next time we just gotta not say anything.
Damn it, Craig! You and your cat.
Just Heather going.
My cat's
shit talk face.
What, are you going to tell me your cat's Dexstar now? You're going to send a red lantern after me?
You don't know his life.
Dexstar. You don't know my life.
Fuck you! What do you want?
I gotta create a highlight reel just of just showcasing Heather as she's playing, because some of the shit Heather comes out with while she's it's outstanding. It's gold, I tells you, gold.
I used the word dickbag in context for once. Not really in context, but that's the first time I've ever used the word dickbag.
Looking forward to it.
Usually yelling "die you dickbag" is not really the best thing, but that's all I had.
Well, so it is said that some people under extreme duress can speak in tongues, and you sure showed them. Fucking Sashamaru. So, well, we started with movies, and we ended with games. That's... we successfully did a good podcast.
Yes.
Yay.
Like the mission statement.
Successfully doing the podcast?
We did a thing, guys. We did a thing.
More importantly, we did our thing.
There's our boy over there. He knows what's going on.
Our boy George.
Our boy George.
Wait, is boy George still alive?
Fuck.
Someone check.
Boy George. Oh, why?
Jamie, when you listen to this podcast, go check on Boy George. He's British, so we assume you know him.
Of course. Please. Everyone in England. In jolly old England. They all wear top hats.
Yep. They dance around with animated penguins.
Yes, they're all descendants of Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
They all eat.
And they all know everybody.
Yep. And those giant geese on Christmas. Mm-hmm. Or turkeys.
You mean the one as big as him?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, it's starting to go to the weird place, so I'm going to stop this train
Always been in the weird place. I don't know what you're talking about.
right now.
In a very uncomfortable spot.
Like the back of a Volkswagen? I'd like to thank Craig for being here tonight. Thank you, Craig.
Well, thank you for always being you.
I try my best. Unless I'm someone else. And Heather, thank you for being here tonight and and almost screaming obscenities to try to create content for the podcast. I appreciate it.
You got quiet. Know what to do. My response. It's really awkward when it gets quiet at work.
Plan
What?
C. Shit, fuck, piss. Anyway. And of course, George, we don't see you enough, but it's great to see you. Thank you for swinging by.
And it's always a pleasure swinging on by.
I appreciate it, man. And to you guys out there, the audience, I'd like to thank you for listening to this awesome official Team DBAH podcast number 124. If you want to hear all the other podcasts, swing on by iTunes, or Stitcher, or SoundCloud, or Player FM. We have a whole lot of them. So 124 to be exact. That you can
Leave us a review.
Your approval. Leave us a review. You might just win something.
Just talk to us.
Talk. You might just win something. And also remember,
do it.
Just write them all down. The worst ones you can think of. This is going to be great. Also, if you got some time on your hands, check out teamdbah.com, where you can check out the latest in our pull list, which Jake puts out every Wednesday, which tells you what comic books you should be reading for the week, and the monthly Loot Crate review from Jamie. And of course, if you click the Audible banner right on top there on teamdbah.com, you're whisked away, and if you sign up for Audible, you can get 2 free books as opposed to just 1. And of course, there's a link there that says store, and it links us right over to cafepress.com/teamdbah, so you can check out our merch. Also, don't forget to swing by youtube.com/teamdbah to check out our videos that come out 5 days a week. We got awesome stuff from actually everybody in this podcast. We got content coming out from or up there already, so check it out. And remember, you like what you see, click subscribe. And leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. So thank you very much, folks. You've been the audience. These have been these guys. I've been Charlie Danger 82. We'll see you next week, and please remember, don't be a hero. Good night.